What? Are you serious? Now the United States government is just giving away your phone records, but you didn't tell them they could. What? And as our lawmakers just sit up there and twiddle their thumbs and twiddly-dee and twiddly-do and twiddly-do and nothing's going on that's helping the nation, but a whole lot of violation going on. Somebody get a cup of coffee. Somebody get a cup of coffee. Somebody give me a fresh cup of coffee. Oh, I'm the only one here. I can't. Are you serious? Well, seriously, this is a very serious thing. I mean, look, we've already got the IRS targeting certain groups of conservative, right-wing, Tea Party organizations, constitutionalists, evangelicals. We already know that's going on. And then we've already got the Benghazi, the lies. And let's just go and throw a little salt in the wound and take Susan Rice and make her now the National Security Advisor, whispering in the ear of the president. And while we're at it, don't even forget about the fact that they tapped the phones of the Associated Press reporters and the phones of subpoenas signed by Eric Holder, the Attorney General, going after James Rosen, Fox News. Well, that's not the only reporter they were going after. They were going after another one very close to us, a good friend of ours that's going to be on our show this coming Tuesday, June 11th, Doug Hagmann. The NSA went after him. But before I tell you that, let me tell you what's going on with Verizon Wireless. If you have a Verizon Wireless phone, they've been listening in on you. Good luck with that. But I shouldn't say anything, because when the truth comes out, they're all doing it. That's what they do at Bilderberg. These CEOs get together and they decide how they're going to rule the world. And they play their little games with the constitutions and their parliaments and their different socialistic societies. But all they are is a bunch of elitists getting together, forming the new world order. And I, as a Bible preacher, as a theologian, as a minister of the gospel, I know that the new world order is really the beast that's about to rise in Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. But here's what Verizon Wireless is doing. The Obama administration has been quietly collecting millions of telephone records from the U.S. Verizon customers under a top secret court order first obtained in late April, according to the British newspaper The Guardian. It takes the British newspaper to tell us here in America what the Obama administration's doing. A copy of the classified order posted Wednesday on the paper's website reveals that the Verizon Wireless has been required to provide the National Security Agency, the NSA. Say it with me together. NSA. Say it one more time. NSA. National Security Agency. And guess who just became the new National Security Advisor to the president? Susan Rice, the same one that lied on 5 different Sunday morning talk shows about what happened at Benghazi and said it was because of a YouTube video. What? Reveals that Verizon has been required to provide to the National Security Agency on an ongoing basis information on all phone calls made through its systems. The order was granted April 25th by the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, which oversees secret government requests for private information that might help identify suspects, terrorists, or foreign nationals in the United States. It expires July 19th. Whoopee-doo! It's already too late. The horses are out of the barn. The genie is out of the bottle. The Verizon phone calls are out of the hands of the American consumers. Confidential trust with Verizon and is in the hands of the United States government. An order which was obtained 10 days after the Boston Marathon bombing did not identify intended targets or the rationale for casting such a wide net. The accuracy of the document could not be independently confirmed by ABC News, neither the National Security Agency or Verizon Wireless responded to requests for the comment, though neither immediately denied the report. Now, MSNBC's Chuck Todd actually went into the White House and asked, is this a true report? And the Obama administration's communication people said, we cannot confirm nor deny. A senior Obama administration official declined to verify the authenticity of the order posted by The Guardian, but also defended such data collection as a critical tool and protect the country. So in other words, yes, we did it. Okay? Quit all of this legal jargon. Quit saying we can't confirm the authenticity. In other words, we don't want to tell you what we're doing, but we're doing it. Okay? Now, you say, okay, Paul, James Rosen works for Fox News. That was one guy. He might have seriously been getting ready to leak some serious information. Okay, but what about the millions of every one of you have a Verizon cell phone? Why are you being listened to? Why is all your information in their hands now? Why are you being tapped? And let's talk about Doug Hagmann. Doug Hagmann and his son Joe Hagmann, of course, with the very popular blog talk radio broadcast called the Hagmann Report. They've been a guest on my show many times, and I've been a guest on their show many times. And these guys are very good, and they tie their intelligence information they get to biblical prophecy. Now, here's what the Canada Free Press just did an article 2 days ago on June the 4th, and I talked to Doug Hagmann about it that evening. He's willing to come on and be a guest on our show, he and Joe, on my show from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, June the 11th, because they're traveling into Washington, D.C., talking to some of their sources. Now, when the Obama administration started to pursue whistleblowers, they took it to a whole new level than the previous administration by going aggressively after journalists, the government watchdogs, and their whistleblowing sources by misusing government agencies. We saw it was recently Attorney General Eric Holder, and we understand he targeted Fox News' reporter James Rosen, secretly collecting 2 months of telephone records from the Associated Press reporters. And now everybody who's got a Verizon phone, and I bet you will find out AT&T and everybody else before it's over. Let's cut to the chase and get to the Hagmann story. Just as the posse, but now the Canadian Free Press has found out that private investigator of the Northeast Intelligence Network, journalist, popular radio show host of the Hagmann Report, Doug Hagmann, has been apparently caught up in the National Security Agency's media dragnet. Just like the posse, all them other laws prohibiting the use of domestically militarized weapons, they went after Hagmann. The NSA, an Electronic Frontier Foundation, has been listening in on Hagmann's phone calls that he was talking, and they were recording a conversation he was having with a source of his, and they recorded his conversation. They didn't just get his phone records, they recorded it. And when he got off the phone with this government source, when he hung it up, the face of his phone lit up and said, NSA, Denver, Colorado, recording. And it popped up. It was identified on his phone. So he immediately did some researching and found out that they had been listening in on his phone call. He signed a sworn affidavit. It's right here. You can read it for yourselves. If you go to the Canadian Free Press and just Google Doug Hagmann, just do this. Google Doug Hagmann, NSA. There's the article. You should read it in its full and read his signed sworn affidavit. He sent it to his lawyer. The lawyer sent it to his congressman in Pennsylvania. They want to get on the record now that Hagmann knows that his constitutional rights have been violated, as they recorded a conversation between two Americans. Well, folks, this thing is getting ugly. Give your life to Jesus Christ. The New World Order is rising. The beast is on the rise. Jesus is coming soon. Get saved.